Today we're unboxing the TRI i3 Mark III. If at any point during the video you guys want to check out these exact same IEMs, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links, but let's get into this. I think this comes up like that, nice and magnetic. That's very nice. These are obviously marketed towards like musicians, but well, then they should be great for listening to music on. We're also going to test out gaming. The IEMs actually slipped out of there, so it looks like it's not quite as dramatic as it could be. Yeah, so one of them sitting right here. What an interesting design. And these are actually the foam tips right there. That's cool. These are the IEMs, they're purple, they're all metal. And while they look like a single piece, there is actually a slight, very tight plate on top. So obviously that's how they get everything in, but it is cool because it looks like a single piece. Really, really cool. They're also lighter than you expect, which I think is a really good thing because if you want to have these in your ears a long time, and if you're doing it while you actually perform live, yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, but they also give you, looks like a bunch, look at this, a ton of tips. There's 3 in here, 3 sets in here, and 3 sets in here, and then there's 2 foam tips there. Then you also get, is this little microfiber? Make sure you don't have any fingerprints on those beautiful Mark IIIs. Yeah, this is a nice microfiber cloth, sweet. Then you obviously get a carrying case. This is like a leatherette carrying case. This looks a lot like, was it a Moondrop that I also unboxed? But yeah, all right, so we have the cable in here, which looks like a, is it flat white? No, so it's like a silver. That looks very cool. Also looks very durable too. Pretty standard, I guess, at this price point, which is $199, or I think just about $200. It's a decent amount. These are obviously flagship IEMs. They got metal on the tips. It's wrapped in like a thick clear, and then it's got that really cool wrap there. And this is obviously wrapped on the outside as well as the inside and everything. We have a 4.4 millimeter right here. It's interesting that they don't give you a 3.5. I mean, that's fine by me, but make sure that you have a 4.4 millimeter or like an adapter or something like that. But with that, let's get these first. Let's put the tips on. So you can see they got a few different styles of tips here. This is like a wide opening. Those are a little bit more standard. And then obviously they've got the foam tips here. And for today, we're gonna use the foam tips. Those go on very easily. Nice. All right, let's plug these in. There we go. I really like the purple, but I wish they would have matched it with the cable. Although I guess the white cable is fine, but I feel like at a flagship, I maybe would have wanted it matched a little bit better. But with that, let's do the fit. Obviously, this is gonna be with the foam tips. They actually feel bigger than I was expecting them to in ear, but with these foam tips, the seal is fantastic, but they do sit further out than I was expecting, but they also feel very good. They feel like I could literally, I mean, they feel absolutely locked in and overall very comfortable because of that. Yeah, no problems. Let's do the sound test with music, then with gaming. Now for this, we're not using a crazy high-end DAC amp, but we are using the Fozzy Audio SK02. Obviously, you could spend more money, you could spend less, but that's what we're using for today's. All right, guys, let's test it out, see how good these are. I would expect pretty good at like 200 bucks. All right, so far, I need to listen to another song at this point that's a little bit more complex to really get my full opinion on these, so let's do that. Okay, so these are definitely good, obviously. We expect for $200, these are gonna be good. Now, it could be a few things. It could be this DAC amp isn't good enough to run this, but when compared to the Moondrop Katos, the Katos were better. And I think better in a significant enough way where I would get those over these. They're also slightly cheaper. They're still in that same price point that you're like, does it even matter because you're already spending a lot of money? You know, what is 30, 40 bucks at that point? It's pretty clean. It's just that the trebles don't have quite the crispness and clarity that the Katos had from Moondrop. And really that's where it's falling short for me. By no means are these bad IEMs. No chance, but the Katos are less money than these, and I think that overall the sound quality of those is better than these. I think they have slightly more bass, and I think that that's more true to the music in terms of how much bass they have. The depth of the music is better on the Katos, and the overall top end clarity is better on the Katos. These are very good, don't get me wrong, but they're just not as good as the Katos. So yeah, in terms of like gaming, I don't even think we need to do that because these are gonna be good for gaming. They have good clarity. It's very flat in a good way, not like flat tonally, but just flat like across the frequency range, except for the trebles. Doesn't have that. Really the crispness is just not there, and that's what I'm wanting. That's what the Katos gave. Katos are cheaper, so if you wanna buy one of them, buy the Katos. I would say pass on these. However, if you're a really big audiophile and you know, hey, this is not gonna run these, that could be it. I would then go to someone else's review because that's what we're doing today. Again, if you still want to check these out, there are Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But yeah, overall, I was hoping for more. Definitely By no means, this is a negative review. These are very good. If these go on sale for cheaper than the Katos, then, you know, these might be worth it. At their list price, I would say go for the Katos though over this. All right, this is Consumer Tech Review High Speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.